Independence might be a single word, but there is no way you can explain the significance of the term independence and imagine when a nation gets independence. Of course, in United States of America, they actually have Declaration of Independence to depict the struggle they went through to attain it. And in India, there has been one such goosebump moment where there is one object which actually shows the transfer of power from the British to India, and this significant object, we have its replica next to us, a proud moment for Tamil Nadu and India, because this object, this scepter, in Tamil it is called as Sengol, was created in the state of Tamil Nadu by Vumidi Bangar Jewelers, and this is a replica, but the original one will be placed in the new Parliament complex that you see there. That is the scepter. In Tamil, it is called as Sengol, and this will be held by the one who rules the land, and he is supposed to hold this scepter and rule it with absolute just. In fact, we have Amarendran with us, who is actually the person who responsible for creating this particular replica. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. Kindly, can you explain to us the significance of a scepter?
Thank you for having me here. The scepter symbolifies and is very synonymous to power. So anybody who holds power holds the scepter. It's not only an Indian phenomenon, but it's also an international phenomenon. But they call it the scepter in most European kingdoms. But here we call it the Sengol. And it's very, this culture is very South Indian, where every time one king passes on power to the next ruler, they hand over the scepter or the Sengol to them. So this is a part of our tradition, and this tradition was carried out even at our independence.
So, how did the scepter come to be made, and what is the history behind it, and how did it end 15 minutes before into the hands of the Prime Minister?
The original idea comes from the Mountbatten. So he had asked how transfer of power is signified in India. When he put this question to Pandit Nehru, and Mr. Pandit Nehru had asked his learned counsel, Rajaji, as to how this was done. And he had said that he needs to consult with an Adinam in Tiruvadurai. So the Adinam had requested him to meet my grandfather and to make the Sengol, and that's how the whole thing had started.
So, what is the design behind it, sir? Why do we see a Nandi there, and what are the leaf patterns? Is there any significance to all these designs in it?
The top where you see is the Nandi. Since it was a Shaivite Adinam, so they had placed the Nandi right on top. Below that, we have a Lakshmi. The Nandi also justifies for justice. So that's what it signifies. And the Lakshmi is for wealth. So the ruler should have the right amount of finances, should also deliver a right justice to its people. And below is...
Was there any inscription on it?
The original inscription was over here. Since this is only a replica, we have not put that. But the original inscription has as to who had presented it to whom and what date and what was the purpose of this presentation also is written there.
Creating such a scepter for Vumudi family, how do you feel?
The scepter was done by my great-grandfather and my grandfather. So, I mean, even just to make the replica itself is like such a proud moment for us. I could have imagined how it would have felt for them, because they actually symbolized the transfer of power, and it's a great honor for my family to have been able to make this and give it to our government at that day.
That is wonderful, sir. So you are one among the few people who are going to enter the new Parliament complex. How many of you from your family are going to go there? How are you expecting? How do you think it will pan out?
This was done by my great-grandfather and my grandfather. I'm the fourth generation, and 10 of us from the fourth generation will be going to Delhi to attend the opening of the new Parliament. This proud moment not only belongs to me, but belongs to my entire family.
So, what was the actual element that was this original scepter was made, and how was it created?
The original scepter was made in 22 karat gold, and the design was given by the Adinam. So we just followed the instructions of the Adinam in terms of the design.
Once again, can you please elaborate how a Sengol or a scepter is related to Tamil Nadu and the dynasties that has ruled the state?
This is like I told, this is a part of a tradition in South India. So whenever power is transferred from the one king to the next dynasty or the next king, Sengol is what signifies it. We also, in Tamil, it is also known as Sengol Achi. So, it immaterial of who rules the place, the Sengol is a permanent ruler of that land. So, because the ruler may change, but the Sengol always remains the same.
That's wonderful to hear, sir. So here you have the scepter. This is definitely a goosebump moment. Imagine this replica, the original of this replica was the one which signified the transfer of power from the British Empire to the great nation of India. And we are standing next to it. Just like he explained, this holds the Nandi, which is to show that the ruler should rule with absolute just. He cannot be partial towards anybody. Then you had Lakshmi. Then the actual words, that inscription was in Tamil, and the entire scepter right in front of us. Ms. Divyan, Pramod Madhav for India Today.